Welcome to another exciting edition of the Best Brain STEM Quiz Competition, the only unique STEM competition in the whole of this country. Indeed, it's been an exciting journey so far. Last week, we brought you the first quarterfinal that saw Good Shepherd RCJHS and Zion Praise booking a place in the semi-finals, and we are back here today trying to find out which two schools will join them, and then we continue until we find the pack of 8 schools that will make it to the semi-finals of the Best Brain STEM Quiz Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome. Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. And it promises to be another exciting edition. I can't wait, and I know you can't also wait. As these young ones from the various junior high schools in the Ashanti region test their minds and their knowledge in STEM-related subjects, and that is what we are here for. So this particular competition will cover different areas of in science, in mathematics, in robotics, in technology, in computing, and what have you. And I know you will enjoy it if you stay through with us. My name is Raphael Sarkodie. You can call me Seraph, and I will be your uncle for this particular edition. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by 4 amazing schools who are ready to battle for the 2 slots available for this particular contest in the semi-finals of the competition. And we are joined by 2 schools representing Kwabri East, one from Kumasi Metro and another one from Efija Kwabri South. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to move to Rejoice National Academy, representing the interest of Kwabri East Municipal, and they are represented by
Anyokufi Emmanuel.
Please give it up to them for me. And Crismond Academy is also representing the interest of Kwabri East in this particular second quarterfinals of the Best Brain STEM Quiz, and they are represented by
Amprofo Okofo PSC. Watching Kofi Bafo.
Give it up. Golden State Academy, representing the interest of Kumasi Metro. Ladies and gentlemen, they are represented by
F4 Pankma.
And ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Efija Kwabri South, the Divaid International School is represented by
Jamila Aminu.
Mr. Jeffrey.
Please, let's give it up to her. And so we're going to have 5 exciting rounds, and each round is so crucial, and I hope that you will do your best to make your schools proud. We'll start with round 1, which is the discovery round, the round involving science. I'm starting with you, Rejoice National Academy, but the preamble, as usual, is for all schools. Now, please pay attention. This is only a model comparison and classical analogy. It's old but gold. Think critically. If the solar system were an atom, what would be the following, or what would the following probably be? I hope you get the question. This is only a model comparison and a classical analogy. If it's old but gold, think critically. If the solar system were an atom, what will the following probably be? And the questions are transferable. If you want to get it as a bonus, all you do is press the buzzer, and I will give you the opportunity to talk in case the school fails to get the question. Yes, I start with you, Rejoice National Academy. In 10 seconds, yours is the sun. If the solar system were an atom, what will the sun B. Yes. Crismond.
Nucleus.
Nucleus is correct for 1 point. Crismond, your major question. Planets.
Electrons.
Come again.
Electrons.
Electrons is correct. Golden State. Yours is Neptune's orbit. Neptune's orbit. Orbit.
A shell. K
No,
shell.
you have only one attempt, so I can give. Yes, rejoice.
A shell.
No. How different is yourself from their self?
End shell.
Yes, Divaid.
End shell. End shell.
No. Crismond, are you trying? Yes. Crismond.
O shell. O shell.
O shell. No, I was looking for valence shell. Valence shell. Or even if you say the same orbit, I will still give it to you. Yes, Divaid. Yours is the sun's gravity. Sun's gravity. Sun's gravity.
Electrons. Electrons.
No. Yes, rejoice.
Nucleus.
Nucleus. No. Yes, Golden State.
Nuclear energy.
Come again. Nuclear energy. No. Alright, so I was looking for nuclear attractive force. Nuclear attractive force. That's what I was. Or perhaps even when you say electrostatic force of attraction, I will still give that to you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next set of questions. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give it up to them. Let's give it up to them. And now, let's straight away move to the lab and let's see. You have some apparatus in front of you. Please kindly take it. Now, test tube and boiling tube have been given to you, and that is what you have in front of you. Now, you are expected to distinguish between the two in terms of, and now I start with you, Golden State. Heat resistance.
The boiling tube has a higher heat resistance than the test tube.
The
Boiling tube
boiling tube,
has a higher heat resistance than the test tube.
the boiling tube has a higher resistance than the test tube. All right, so I'll give you 3 points for that. It can withstand a higher temperature, and then the other one cannot, or less resistance. So let me move on to Divaid. The same preamble, purpose of the two, the purpose.
The test tube is mainly used for testing chemicals. While
It's mainly used for
testing chemicals in the lab,
testing chemicals.
in the laboratory.
Okay.
Whilst the boiling tube is mainly used for testing heat a substance in the laboratory.
Testing heat substances. No, unfortunately, I can't give. Yes, Golden State.
The test tube is used to hold or contain. It's used to contain substances for testing, and the boiling tube is used to contain hot substances
To contain substances
for testing.
for testing. And then the other one you say.
The boiling tube is used to hold hot substances.
No. Yes, rejoice.
tube is for mixing chemicals.
Please speak up.
The test tube is for
Can you
mixing.
hold the microphone close?
The test tube is for mixing chemicals, while the boiling tube is for heating chemicals.
The test tube is for mixing chemicals, and the other one is for
Heating chemicals.
for
Heating.
heating. No. Yes, Crismond.
The test tube contains substances, whilst the boiling
The test tube is for
is for containing substances,
containing substances.
whilst the boiling tube is used during heat experiments to hold substances.
No. All right. So, I mean, the test tube is generally for experiment, carrying out small clinical reactions, holding, mixing, heating substances and solutions. And then the boiling tube, you could say, for heating substances strongly, that is boiling, or for melting purposes. So that's what I always expect. If it is a bonus, at least there must be a certain level of accuracy. All right. Now I move on to Rejoice. Yours is strength. Strength. The same preamble. The two apparatus before you in terms of strength, comparative analysis.
The test tube is hard and
The test tube is large.
the test tube is hard.
Hard.
And the boiling tube is fragile.
And the boiling tube is fragile. No, I can't give that. Yes, Golden State. Fiacha, please go ahead.
The boiling tube has higher strain than the test tube.
Drop your microphone. Drop the mic a bit. No.
The boiling tube has higher strain than the test tube.
The boiling tube has
High strength
higher strength
than the test tube.
than the test tube. All right, I'll give you 1 point for that. All right, so Crismond, the last one to you when we draw curtains down on this particular round. Yours is the same preamble, material. In terms of the apparatus that has been given or have been given to you, material.
The boiling tube is made from.
If you can speak up so I can hear you well.
The test tube is made from sand.
The text tube is made from
Sand. And sand.
sand.
And the boiling tube is made from tempered glass.
No. Yes, Divaid.
The test tube is made of plastic, whilst the boiling tube is made of glass.
The test tube is
Made of plastic, whilst the boiling tube is made of
no. It's any school interested. So the test tube is made of regular or ordinary glass, whilst the boiling tube is made usually of Pyrex or stronger or tougher. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of round one. Please let's give it up to them. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the scores at the end of round one. Divaid International School pulled 0 points. Rejoice National Academy pulled 1 point. Crismond Academy pulled 4 points. Golden State Academy pulled 4 points. We are moving to round 2, and this will be an interesting round because it is a round where we really take on the task and the challenge of technology, innovation, robotics, computing. And there is one thing you ought to know. The CEO for Best Brain Publication has a special reward for the best performing school in this round, and it is a cash prize. And so please, you know that your work is clearly cut out for you. We'll be back with round 2.
Education is the key to a brighter future, and at Best Brain Publication Limited, we are committed to giving every child a strong foundation they need to excel. Our books are professionally written in line with the new GES standard-based curriculum and fully approved by NACA, giving you the assurance of quality and excellence. From preschool through primary to JHS and SHS, we've got you covered with top-rated textbooks in mathematics, science, English, our world and our people, computing, creative art, history, RME, French, Chi, Fanti, Dagbani, and more. Our JHS and SHS combined textbooks make learning simpler, smarter, and more effective. We have mathematics, science, English, social studies, career technology, RME, creative art, Asante G, and others. That's why parents, teachers, and schools nationwide trust Best Brain. We are located at Kumasi Pankrono behind La Posada Hotel on the Best Brain St. Abed Road. Our books are also available in all leading bookshops nationwide. For bulk purchases, call 0507 200 200, 0504 200 300 or 0241 520 946. Visit us at www.bestbrainp.com. At Best Brain Publication Limited, we nurture great minds with great books. Best Brain Publication Limited. Tomorrow's education today.
Let me say that this is a round of two parts. The first part, we deal with computing. And then the second part, we will handle technology. All right. We are ready to roll. There's an image that will appear on your screen. Kindly focus on the image and then help me answer the following questions. Image, please. Is the round we call the Think Tech Innovators. Permit me to start with you, Divaid. Use the image displayed on the screen to answer the following questions. Name the part labeled A.
The tab key.
No, they got it.
The tab key.
That is correct for 3 points. Rejoice. Name the part labeled B.
Function keys.
Correct.
Function keys.
Can you speak up, please?
Function keys.
Function keys is correct for 3 points. Crismond. Name the part labeled C.
Shift key.
Correct for 3 points. Golden State. Name the part labeled D.
Enter key.
Correct for 3 points. And now, back to you, Divaid. True or false? Please be careful when answering, because when you get it wrong, I will deduct 1 from your accumulated marks. All right, Divaid. The use of robots guarantees zero system failure in operations. True or false? The use of robots guarantees zero system failure in operations. True or false?
False.
Yes, it is false. Rejoice. Autonomous robots in transport systems can operate without any sensors. Without sensors. Is that true or false?
False.
Yes, it is false. Crismond. A surgical robot increases precision but still requires direct control by a human surgeon. True or false?
False.
And that is true. Unfortunately, it is true. Golden State. A robot without senses cannot respond to changes in its environment. True or false?
True.
Yes, it is true. And now, please listen. These questions are transferable, and it is the last round for this round of computing. Rejoice. So, in case a school gets it wrong and you want to answer it for a bonus, you are free to ring your bell. Rejoice. You want PowerPoint to stop marking. You want PowerPoint to stop marking a specific word as incorrect in future presentations. Which option should you select? You want PowerPoint to stop marking a specific word as incorrect in future presentations. Which option should you select? Do you want to rejoice over this question? Or you don't want to rejoice? Okay. Yes. Any for a bonus? Yes, Divaid.
Test correction. Test correction.
I can.
Test correction.
Correction.
Test correction.
No. No. Yes, Golden State.
Grammar and spelling checks.
No. Add to dictionary. Add to dictionary. Add to dictionary is what you do so that that specific word will not pop up as incorrect. Okay. Crismond, representing the interest of Quadri East. Please help me answer this question. During a presentation, you press F5 on the keyboard. What starts immediately?
Slideshow.
Yes, Boache.
Slideshow.
Slideshow is correct for 3 points. Golden State. You want to check the number of words used in your presentation text. Which feature under review provides this? You want to check the number of words and used in your presentation text. Which feature under review provides this? Provides this.
Review.
No. Debate.
Word count.
Correct for 1 point. Correct for 1 point. Debate your major question. You want a ready-made, if you are looking for a ready-made business presentation layout before typing any content, what should you select? You want a ready-made business presentation layout before typing any content. What should you select when starting PowerPoint?
Layout.
Layout. No. Golden State.
Template.
Correct for 1 point. On that note, straight away we move to the robotics round. In front of you, you have your robotics kits and your laptop. Kindly open them and get ready to execute this for me.
Bring the card.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is worth 8 points. You are an engineer. You are an engineer at a delivery company that uses autonomous robots for deliveries. A customer calls and provides precise directions to the delivery location. You must program the robot according to these directions. After completing the delivery, the robot must wait and then return to its original starting position. And now here are the instructions. 1. Trigger. The robot waits until it observes the color change of red litmus paper when it is dipped into an alkaline solution. 2. Path A to B. The robot must move forward a distance equal to the atomic number of the element aluminium multiplied by 4. 3. Turn 1. After reaching point B, the robot must perform a pivot turn rotating 90 degrees to its left. 4. Path to C. From point B, the robot must move forward a distance equal to the number of faces on a cube squared from point B, the robot must move forward a distance equal to the number of faces on a cube squared multiplied by 2. 5. Action at point C. Upon reaching the final delivery point C, the robot must play a beep sound to signal arrival. 6. Speed. Throughout its journey, the robot's movement speed must be set to the largest prime number that is less than 30. 7. Return. After waiting for 5 seconds at point C, your robot must navigate back to its original starting point A. And please, all measurements are in centimeters. I wish you good luck in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to them. Give it up to them. Give it up to them. And now, Rejoice National Academy, please go and execute. Show us what you were able to do. Please, let's give it up to them. Let's give it up to them.
It's 360. Hurry up and let's download it. Hurry up, download.
And so, per all the instructions that were given, the robot must wait until it observes a color change of red litmus paper when it is dipped into an alkaline solution. Path A to B, the robot must move forward a distance equal to the atomic number of the element aluminium multiplied by 4. So they must get the calculations correct. And then turn 1. After reaching point B, the robot must perform a pivot turn, rotating 90 degrees to its left. And then point B to C. From point B, the robot must move forward a distance equal to the number of faces on a cube squared multiplied by 2.
How do you know that they are correct?
And so the robot should execute all these things. If it is unable to do that, it means that the programming or the coding didn't go as planned. And in that case, a school will not get the maximum points. All right, let's give it up to Rejoice National Academy, ladies and gentlemen. Crismond Academy is ready to show us what they did. Give it up to Crismond. Give it up, give it up, give it up to them.
No, like how will it come?
Now, they have programmed or coded the robots to execute a particular task, deliver at a certain point in time, make a beep sound, and return to the original location. And when they are able to execute this, then let's give it up, let's give it up, let's give it up to them. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Golden State Academy. They call themselves the Kids University. Representing the interest of Kumasi Metro Education Directorate.
The people of South
Let's give it up to Golden State Academy. Let's welcome Divaid International School, representing Efija Pabri South. And so the trigger color is blue. Path A to path B is 52 centimeters. Turn 1 is 90 degrees left. Path B to C is 72 centimeters. Action at point C will play beep sound for 1 second. Then wait at point C for 5 seconds. Return. The robot must take a turn of 180 degrees and navigate back to point A, all at a speed of 29%.
It was misbehaved.
Let's give it up to Divaid. Let's give it up to Divaid. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we draw curtains down on round 2. We will announce the results shortly, please. Let's give it up to them. Let's give it up to them. Before that, let's declare the results for round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the robotic challenge, Divaid International School managed to do the building and the cable management. Out of that, they made 1 point, and that is the only point they made. So Divaid had 1 point. Rejoice National Academy had the trigger color correct, the building and the cable management correct, all the others wrong, and so they had 3 points. Golden State had the trigger color correct, the building and the cable management correct, the start to first 10 also correct, and they got the other task wrong, and so Golden State made 4 points. Crismond had the trigger color correct, the building and cable management correct, the start to first 10 correct, the complete task correct, and so they had 8 points. 8 points. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I will declare the results for round 2. At the end of round 2, and please take note, the best in this round walk home with a cash prize of 700 Ghana cedis from the CEO of Best Brain Publications, Mr. Henrik Ataba Yeboah. And at the end of this round, Divaid pulled 8 points, Rejoice pulled 9 points, Golden State pulled 11 points, Crismond Academy pulled 13 points. And therefore, Crismond Academy will receive the cash prize from the CEO of Best Brain Publications. We'll be back. When we are back, straight away we zoom into round 3. This is STEM quiz, the Best Brain STEM quiz. And when we say Best Brain STEM quiz, the response is prove you are a genius. Best Brain STEM quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't flip your dial.
Education is the key to a brighter future, and at Best Brain Publication Limited, we are committed to giving every child a strong foundation they need to excel. Our books are professionally written in line with the new GES standard-based curriculum and fully approved by NACA, giving you the assurance of quality and excellence. From preschool through primary to JHS and SHS, we've got you covered with top-rated textbooks in mathematics, science, English, our world and our people, computing, creative art, history, RME, French, Chi, Fanti, Dagbani, and more. Our JHS and SHS combined textbooks make learning simpler, smarter, and more effective. We have mathematics, science, English, social studies, career technology, RME, creative art, Asante G, and others. That's why parents, teachers, and schools nationwide trust Best Brain. We are located at Kumasi Pankrono behind La Posada Hotel on the Best Brain St. Abed Road. Our books are also available in all leading bookshops nationwide. For bulk purchases, call 0507 200 200, 0504 200 300 or 0241 520 946. Visit us at www.bestbrainp.com. At Best Brain Publication Limited, we nurture great minds with great books. Best Brain Publication Limited. Tomorrow's education today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the digits battle, where we get to battle with our digits. I wish you good luck. We are doing the fastest fingers. First to press the bell when you have the answer. But make sure when you press the bell, you have something to say. We will not wait for you to be going through with your calculations. 3 points if you get it correct. If not, then we'll continue with the other schools if they so wish to try. I wish you all the best. So the question is opened. All of you, the first to press the bell will have the opportunity to answer. Shall we roll? The ratio of boys to girls in a school is 3:2. There are 120 girls. How many boys are there? Yes, Golden State.
180 boys. 180 boys.
Correct for 3 points. A letter, quiet please. A letter is selected. A letter is selected from. Please quiet. A letter is selected from the letters of the English alphabet. English alphabet. What is the probability that the letter selected from the letter selected is from the word students? Students, as in plural, students. Crismond.
7/26. 7/20.
7/20. 26 is not correct. Rejoice.
1/3. 1/3. 1/3.
1/3 is incorrect. Yes, Golden State.
3/13.
Correct for 1 point.
26.
Next one. A boy walked round a circular. A boy walked round a circular pond once. Quiet. A boy walked round a circular pond once. If the radius of the pond is 28 meters, find the distance covered. Take pi to be 22/7. Yes, Rejoice.
176 centimeters.
Come again.
176 centimeters.
Correct for 3 points. Next one. Quiet please. When 0.24 is expressed in the lowest form as m/n, where n is not. Yes.
6/25.
6/25. 25 is incorrect. When 0.2. Yes, Golden State. Yes, Divaid.
2/5.
2/5. Never. Yes, Crismond.
6/25.
6/25 is not correct. When 0.24 is expressed in the lowest form as m/n, where n is not equal to 0, the numerator is. Yes, Golden State.
6. The numerator. 6.
6. They mentioned two different answers. All right. The following are arranged in order of size. The following are arranged in order of size. X minus 2, 4, x plus 2, 2x plus 1, and 8. What is the median? What is the median? Yes, Rejoice. X plus 2 is correct. All right, the last question. The last question before we move on to the round of true or false. Please pay attention. Find the length of the side of a cube with a volume of 343 centimeter cube. Find the length of the side of a cube with a volume of 343 centimeter cube. Yes, Divaid.
114 centimeters.
114
centimeters.
14. No. Is any of you interested in picking this one? All right. The answer is 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. Ladies and gentlemen, straight away we move on to true or false. And please be careful, because if you get it wrong, I will deduct 1 from your accumulated marks. You are answering in 10 seconds. Permit me to start with you, Golden State.
True or false?
If a number is divisible by 9, the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. True or false?
False.
It is true. It is true. Debate. A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by the last 2 digits is divisible by 4.
True.
I can't. Are you afraid? True. Huh? True. Yes, it is true. Rejoice. The product of any 3 consecutive natural numbers is divisible by 6. True or false? The product of any 3 consecutive natural numbers is divisible by 6. True or false?
True.
Yes, it is true. Crismond. If a number is divisible by 3 and 4, then it is divisible by 12. True or false? True. Yes, it is true. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of round 3. Please, let's give it up. Let's give it up to them. And now we move to round 4. If there is all right, so it's been an exciting round, but we are not done yet. We still count down to the end of this contest, where we get to know which 2 schools will book a ticket to the semi-finals of the maiden edition of the Best Brain STEM Quiz competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short commercial break. We will be right back.
Education is the key to a brighter future, and at Best Brain Publication Limited, we are committed to giving every child the strong foundation they need to excel. Our books are professionally written in line with the new GES standard-based curriculum and fully approved by NACA, giving you the assurance of quality and excellence. From preschool through primary to JHS and SHS, we've got you covered with top-rated textbooks in mathematics, science, English, our world and our people, computing, creative art, history, RME, French, Chi, Fanti, Dagbani, and more. Our JHS and SHS combined textbooks make learning simpler, smarter, and more effective. We have mathematics, science, English, social studies, career technology, army, creative arts, Asante Tree, and others. That's why parents, teachers, and schools nationwide trust Best Brain. We are located at Kumasi Pankrono behind La Posada Hotel on the Best Brain St. Abed Road. Our books are also available in all leading bookshops nationwide. For bulk purchases, call 0507 200 200, 0504 200 300 or 0241 520 946. Visit us at www.bestbrainp.com. At Best Brain Publication Limited, we nurture great minds with great books. Best Brain Publication Limited. Tomorrow's education today.
Welcome back, and straight away let's zoom into action and we take the results for round 3. At the end of round 3, ladies and gentlemen, Divaid from Efija Setre South put 3 points. Crismond from Kwabri East put 3 points. Golden State put 5 points. And Rejoice put 9 points. And now we are ready for round 4. We get to separate the boys from the men, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving you the option. I have 8 points for you if you go for the challenging one, and I have 5 points for you if you go for the normal question. You have to be strategic in what you opt for. All right. Rejoice.
Level 2. Level 2. Level 2.
Level 2, question
3.
1 to 4. You go for question 3. All right. Crismond.
Level 2, question 1.
Level 2, question 1. Golden State.
Level 1, question 3.
Level 1, question 3. And Divaid.
Level 2, question 2.
Level 2,
Question 2.
question 2. And so shall it be. So first, I'll call Rejoice. Rejoice, please. 1 should come. Level 2, question 3. Crismond, you went for level 2, question 1. Please wait. Golden State went for level 1, question 3. And Divaid said level 2, question 2. For level 1 questions, 30 seconds. Level 2 questions, 40 seconds. Please start. Level 1, please stop work. Level 2, stop work. All right. Rejoice. Level 2, question 3. You were to pick the odd one out and to state 2 plausible reasons for your choice. And the words were Plasmodium falciparum, Bacterium, Amoeba proteus, Paramecium candatum, and then Euglena viridis. For that particular question, you were to pick the odd one out with reasons. And then, Crismond, level 2, question 1. you were to calculate the effective resistance in an electric circuit with two resistors, 5 ohms and 10 ohms, connected in parallel. Golden State Level 1, Question 3. You were to, if the length of the opposite sides of a rectangle are represented as 2x plus 5 and x plus 15, find x. And then Divaid Level 2, Question 2. When an electric circuit is closed, the voltmeter reads 5.6 volts and the ammeter reads 0.8 amps. Calculate the value of the resistance. These were the questions. Now please proceed to the board and show us what you did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is what happened at the end of this particular one. So for the question selected by Rejoice National Academy, they were to provide the odd one out, which was bacterium. For being able to say that, you were to make 2 points. And then being able to give 2 reasons would have fetched you 3 points each. That would make 6 points. Together you were to get 8 points. The reason being that bacterium is unicellular prokaryotic. Others are unicellular eukaryotes. Then, for reason 2, bacterium is a common or general name, but the rest are scientific names, written in full or generic, and specific or species in terms of the names. So these were to give you 8 points. Unfortunately, Rejoice were unable to do any of them, and so they get 0 in this round. Crismond. Now, so for you to have been able to state correctly the effective resistance 1 over R equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 would fetch you 2 points. Doing the substitution would get you 1 point. Managing to get the LCM of 10 and putting in the right values to get 3 over 10 gets you 2 points. And then being able to get R equal to 10 over 3 would get R equal to 10 over 3 equal to 3.33 ohm would also get you 2 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Crismond managed to do all that, and so they earn 8 points. All right, so Golden State went for question level 1, question 3, and that was 2x plus 5 equal to x plus 1, 5, doing the substitutions and getting 2x minus x equal to 15 minus 5. The substitutions or putting in the values, getting the equation correct will get you 2 marks from there. Doing the substitutions or the 2x minus x equal to 15 minus 5 will get you 1 point for that. Getting the answer correct will get you 2, which is x is equal to 10. And so Golden State scored all the 5 points available. Divaid went for level 2, question 2. So for level 2, question 2, correctly stating the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, and then doing the substitution, R is equal to V over I would give you 2 points for that. Substituting 5.6 divided by 0.8 will get you 3 points. Getting the answer correct will get you 3 points. And Divaid managed to get all that correct, and so they earn 8 points. And therefore, at the end of the champion's choice, Rejoice had 0, Golden State 5, Divaid 8, and Crismond 8. And now, this is the last round. I love this round because you have 20 points available. Depending on whether you want to answer the questions at first clue, which earn you 5 points. And we have 4 questions in this round. I wish you good luck. If you know the answer, press the bell. Now, shall we go? I uniquely identify a device on a network. Golden State.
Internet protocol address.
And that is correct for 5 points. Second riddle. I am a 3-digit odd number. I am the square of an odd number. Divaid. 3. How? My first 2 digits are equal. Rejoice.
225.
Correct for 3 points.
Is it one?
The third riddle. I have a beginning moment. I make it difficult to stop a fast object. You can feel it. You can feel the signal when I change. A heavy moving truck has a lot of me. Yes, Crismond.
Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy.
No. Yes, Golden State.
Potential energy.
No. Rejoice. Force. No, please. Divaid.
Gravitational force. Gravitational force.
Never. I was actually looking for momentum. Momentum. And the last for the day. I am quiet, please. I am found almost everywhere in life. Yes, rejoice.
Carbon.
Carbon. My brother, never.
Listen, don't press.
Yes, Crismond.
Energy.
No. I am found everywhere in life. I am an ecological interaction within or between species. When living things struggle for food, water, space, and status, I exist. I am the sum. Yes, Golden State.
Ecosystem.
It is not ecosystem. The sum is that I affect survival. In fact, you are actually participating in what I do right now. Who or what am I? Yes. No. It is competition. Competition. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, the broad curtains are on. this exciting contest. At the end of round 5, ladies and gentlemen, Divaid International pooled 0, Crismond pooled 0, Rejoice pooled 3 points, Golden State pooled 5 points. And therefore, at the end of the entire contest, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this is where we say goodbye to them. They came and they did not embarrass themselves, making it all the way to the quarterfinal stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Divaid International School from the Afija Sector South placed fourth with 19 points. And they were also here. They fought very hard. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for them. All the way, ladies and gentlemen, from the Kwabri East municipality is Rejoice National Academy with 22 points. And that effectively means that these two schools have secured qualification to the semi-finals of the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, placing second with 28 points, also from the Kwabri East municipality, is Crismond Academy. And so that effectively means that winning this particular competition, ladies and gentlemen, and the pool, all the way from Kumasi Metro, they came, they saw, they conquered, they called themselves the Kids University with 30 points, ladies and gentlemen. Golden State Academy winning this particular one. Congratulations to you, Golden State Academy. Congratulations to you. Another exciting contest in the Best Brain STEM Quiz competition. Indeed, I have enjoyed it. But next week promises to be another exciting one, which will feature Matadevi Basic School, Theskins 3-Star Schools, CSIR Basic School, and Elohim Academy. And I know you do not want to miss that. Until then, this is Raphael Sarkodie. I was your quiz master. I'll see you next week with another interesting edition of the Best Brain STEM Quiz competition.